Tectone's honest thoughts of Zenless Zone Zero after 24 hours.
Person to watch this entire video before they leave a comment saying some dumb, because I feel like people are very confused on what my opinion is. So I'm giving you guys a.
I've not watched any videos about what he thinks about Zenless Zone Zero yet, so I'm anxious to hear about it.
72 hours or perhaps 1 week, but I don't plan on giving up on Zenless Zone Zero right now because I want to, if I don't like the game, I want to have an entirely complete opinion and not just go off of what public opinion is saying or early gamer instincts. I'm going to beat all the content in this game like I did for Wuthering Waves, and I am attempting to give the most fair review of this game possible as one of the CCs who's blacklisted by the company themselves, because I want you guys to know the pros and cons, and yeah, I'm going to go over everything. In case you're wondering what am I going over, in case there's a part you're looking forward to, feel free to skim around. Everything right here we are going to go through from the top to the bottom. If you feel like I left something or I missed something out, feel free to let me know in the future video, because I'll make another update later. But yeah, I just want to give you guys my complete thoughts, so that way you guys don't know how I feel or don't feel.
Let's hear about what he says about the community.
Aspect for Zenless Zone Zero has been nothing short of the biggest bitch wine fest I've ever seen in my entire life. So much so
I haven't kept up with the community that much, other than who's in my stream. I haven't kept up with the community too much, so I don't know. I can't really have an opinion on how the community's been so far. I mean, it's the HoYo-verse community, so you can't expect too much out of them.
This early on, I can understand
young
when people
people,
are upset about someone else enjoying the game. Once you're like 3, 4, 5 years in, you realize the devs don't give a fuck about what you're doing or saying whatsoever. But right now, we haven't really been proved that the devs aren't listening right now. They have made some changes to the TV, as they stated prior. I feel like it's fine to give the game a full try. We don't know the lengths of the endgame content. The game has been out for less than 24 hours, and I feel like getting this angry this early is a little bit childish, a little bit dumb, and a little bit short-sighted. Let's wait to shit on it until there is absolutely no wiggle room.
Before you can have a full, complete opinion on a game, you have to complete said game, at least the story. Like, you don't have to be professional, grind fest, get through it, fucking have 100 over 200 crit rate on every character. That's just not, you don't have to do that. But you have to at least play through the intended story quest and, you know, rank up far enough to complete that, and then you can form a valid opinion on it
whatsoever. Let's beat everything in the game, or at least allow me to beat everything in the game. Then
I mean, you can have an opinion on it, but it just won't be a valid opinion, or you will not have a sound argument for said opinion.
Exactly. That this is not an opinion.
Again, we went over this. A sound argument contains all true premises, and each premise has to point towards the conclusion. So you can't have a sound argument without the one of the premises being true, that you completed the game. I completed the game. True. I hated the game. Okay, fair enough. That's a valid opinion. But if the game is incomplete, in my opinion, you cannot have a full valid opinion on the game.
Listen, that's the way that I like to go about things, but that's just me. R34, the porn's been very good. The amount of furry porn has dropped.
It's a shame. Okay, this is bad. Tectone touching on, he's like, okay, the community for Zenless Zone Zero has been good. R34, the has been great. It's been great. Like, that's when you know a community has a problem right there.
Which is great, and we're seeing a lot more shit with like Ellen and Nicole and Grace, which is awesome for me. I've cranked my shit like 4 fucking times that shit already. It's been dope.
What is wrong with this man, bro?
Let's get into something a little bit more serious.
What the fuck?
HoYoverse Viewbotting streamers. So in case you guys don't know, content creators like Doro, Anthony Chen, Ziox are all getting front page access. I'm assuming by HoYoverse's means, but I can't confirm or deny anything. But yeah, there was a lot of people being very upset because there was a lot of people who were having disingenuous viewer numbers on their front page. In case you guys don't know, there's a browser source that a lot of people in my chat use, where it actually shows how many authentic viewers there are on people's chats, and a lot of preferred HoYo creators. Also, once again, nothing they can do about this. Nothing they can do about this at all. But yeah, a lot of people were having disingenuous viewership. For example, Dora only had 30% of legitimate audience, and I think that's going to rub people all the wrong way. I don't think anybody should be holding the streamers accountable for doing this, but I do understand if people are upset by HoYoverse essentially.
What I like about Zenless Zone Zero is that it's a good change of pace for me. Like, like I said, it's probably just as grindy as Genshin and Honkai, but to me, it doesn't feel that way. Like, I went through Wuthering Waves 100%, I grinded out echoes, did all this, and same thing with Genshin and Honkai. I've only been playing Honkai 4 months, played Genshin since launch, and I'm already AR-67 on Honkai and have all kinds of good characters because, well, I spend money. I'm not going to pretend to be free to play, but I spend quite a bit of money. And, like, Zenless Zone Zero just feels like less grindy for me. I'm not saying it's a less grindy game, and it might be, but it feels that way for me so far. Like, I've been really able to go slow on it and actually enjoy it a little bit more. Like, it's a nice change of pace for me. I don't feel the necessity to grind and stay ahead of everybody. You know, I don't have FOMO. I don't have fear of missing out on it. So it's like I've really been enjoying it so far.
And promoting people who they deem
we'll watch the
boys
preview
and
for it in a
not
minute.
helping anybody else who they deem to be bad boys. I think it's a bit disingenuous. I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. I think it's very cringe, but I think a lot of people have a lot of misplaced aggression and rather have hatred towards those content creators or frustration with those content creators. Maybe direct that at the company themselves or whoever's in charge of actually doing that. But we'll figure that shit out later. But yes, if you were seeing content creators with inflated viewership, I assure you it was not due to them being good streamers. It was due to them being put on the front page of Twitch, which increases your viewership quite a bit. All right, let's
oh yeah, that would increase viewership for anybody being placed on the front page of Twitch. That's one thing Twitch needs to change is their algorithm, because small streamers have no chance. Like, it takes so long to grow on Twitch. And I mean, it's fair if you have more viewers, I guess, be on the front page, because usually if you have more viewers, it means you've been doing it longer, or you're just a fucking gorgeous lady or something, you know, and you're using your sex appeal to get views. Like, it's either one of the two, or you just like super talented at whatever game you're playing, but usually one of the other two. But I feel like Twitch needs to change their algorithm to have more like, even like more like YouTube's or TikTok. Like, especially TikTok has the best algorithm, everyone knows it. But if it don't even have to be like TikToks, if it could just get like something like YouTube's where it has a recommended page and stuff like that, it would help the small streamers so fucking much.
A lot of people who are older aren't really going to enjoy this game too much because this is for much more of a Zoomer ADD audience and for furries. But it is what it is. I feel like the community will be a fucking disaster from here into perpetuity because that's who we are targeting as our audience, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's true. They are targeting more of like a Zoomer furry top. I picked up on that too. But it also felt a little bit more teen, at least a little more teen rated than kid rated. Like, Genshin never says bastard or bitch or anything like that, and this has been a little bit more teen rated, you know.
Adapt with the times.
It's used those words a few times.
So I'm attempting to adapt and be hip with it, and maybe I'll jerk off.
In terms of Honkai, it's a little more, I want to say adult oriented, but it's really teen oriented, I guess.
Just to feel a little bit more included in the community that they're aiming towards. Sponsors, I feel like they're doing a great job. They're sponsoring content creators like Sea Dog, Iron Mouse, Maximilian Dude, and other people who seem to enjoy Gacha games, just like other random OTV members. Very cool. I feel like they're doing a great job with their money, and I feel like they most likely already have a lot of financial incentivization for more content creators who want to play their game. So I do think this game will have a healthy lifespan on Twitch. How long? I'm not sure.
HoYo is the king of financial incentivization. Of course, they have, like, their only incentivization, their only incentive they need for financial this is look at their numbers for Genshin and Honkai, and then they're like, oh my god, we got to make more Gacha games, like, for real. Like, that's the only incentive they need, is just take a look at their books.
Nothing short of absolute piss fucking poor whiny bitch babies, and that's okay.
The only problem I have with the combat so far is it feels more clicky than any other game I've ever played. Like, it's just constant click, 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 and I get it. I mean, you're constantly clicking on all Gacha. If I get on, but it feels like there's more in between the clicks you can do on Genshin combat, on especially Wuthering Waves, best combat by far, and Honkai even being turn-based. I don't want to put it in there for it wouldn't be a fair comparison, but like combat-wise, it feels a little more clicky to me. So I don't know how I feel about. I kind of like the combat better on Genshin, and so far, I don't want to jump to conclusions. I haven't played all the characters and got a feel for all their techniques and skills and stuff. But so far, Wuthering Waves combat-wise blows it out of the water. It's not even close. Genshin, so far, honestly, I like its combat better too.
Once again, I could totally understand if they were like this. And I'm not saying every content creator, but I'm saying there's a lot of wah crying bitches going on in the community right now that say, I don't like the game and here's why. I think it's stupid. I can't tell you why that is, but I just really feel like it's dumb. I don't really know what I'm saying, but that's how I feel. Here's my viewpoint. If you are a content creator that's giving an opinion and you can't back why you're giving that opinion, or if you can't justify that viewpoint, I feel like you should pivot that or not say anything whatsoever. Because when you're just saying, take my word at face value and I won't defend it whatsoever, prove it whatsoever.
You got to give sources for your claims. Otherwise, they're just that. They're just claims. If you have no source, he's right. If you criticize a game and don't give valid reasons or sources for your, it goes back to what I said about basic logic as a philosophy major in the first logic class you take, logic and reasoning. You're told a sound argument is made of all true premises and a conclusion, and it must be valid. All premises must point towards that conclusion. Therefore, if you can't back up your conclusion with two valid premises and two all true premises, then it's an invalid argument. There is a counter example to your argument, and it can be disproven.
Whatsoever.
He's right.
It's just going to lead to some very cringe behavior in the community. And yeah, if you have a viewpoint, defend your viewpoint. Yeah, that's why it's called constructive criticism, not just criticism, because it gets a little bit weird when you can't defend or explain why it is what you're saying. Anyways, let's keep going over here. Overworld. I feel like the overworld is actually pretty nice. I like this area.
Yeah, people be like, I don't like the game because it's bad. Okay, that's not a reason. That's not a valid reason. That's just saying I don't like the game because I don't like the game. Like, say I don't like the game because, that's your conclusion, I don't like the game because A, B, C. Yeah.
A bit. There was a nice cutscene after part 1 that kind of makes the world feel a little bit more alive. I feel like this game is completely carried by the Bangboos, and I really like it. I think the Bangboos are adorable. I feel like the small little overworld is very nice. I hope it expands in the future, and I hope we get a little bit more reason to care about these NPCs in here.
Whoa,
but,
whoa.
Right now,
is Tectone playing a male character? What the fuck? Has the world... Did hell freeze over? What's going on? What the fuck?
I feel like it's pretty okay. And the arcade is a ton of fun. I hope
the arcade is fun. I've been enjoying it. Snake, classic Snake in the arcade. So fun.
Unique and more special. But for right now, it's pretty simplistic. It's pretty straightforward. It isn't anything crazy, but you know, it's nice. Okay, let's keep
I like
here.
the vibe. I like the 2000. It gives me like I said, like 2000s hacker vibe. Or like, I immediately think when I play this game, I'm always thinking of Ed from Cowboy Bebop. Like, it just does.
The game by far, it's nice. Okay, let's keep going here. Characters in the game. Currently, my favorite character in the game by far, it's not even close as Grace. I think she's incredibly fuckable, super fucking hot, massive fucking jugs, and she shows her tummy, which I think is hot as fuck. Her playstyle is the funnest by far.
I haven't played her.
Not even close. She gives you a lot of freedom for combos and shit, and yeah, she can do a lot of things. Her voice lines are perfect. I think she is the best character in the entire game. From an aesthetic point, from who I have so far, I currently have Koleda and Grace as my 2 5-stars, which I'm pretty happy about. No, I didn't lose the 50-50 on Ellen. I just got an early 5-star. My first 10 pull was a 5-star Koleda, and I got very lucky getting Grace as well later off the standard banner. These are all the characters that I have. There is a abundance of child characters.
So he's been on the grind. He's got a level 30.
I'm saying that because I'm a 30-year-old adult. However, I think it's fine to have kid characters in the game because kids play this game, guys, and let's not forget about that. I just think it gets really weird when the kids start getting sexualized, and that's the part that I don't fuck with. But I don't think having characters
shouldn't be sexualizing the child characters, and HoYo's very guilty of that.
Kids, which is pretty much the target demographic of this game, are going to want characters that are like them, and I think that's fine. However, when you grow out of it, it does get a little bit weird. I don't know why there's a big bear guy, but maybe if you're gay like me, you'll want a character that represents your big gay self. I'm like a big old bear. Anyways, yeah, the characters are good. Grace is really...
I'm a big old bear, big gay bear.
Really fucking fine. I think Nicole's fucking fine. Her playstyle shit though. God, playing Nicole's miserable. Nekomata, I don't like her character design, but the way she plays.
I love her playstyle, and I love Nekomata's character design. I don't know why people are saying they don't like Nekomata's character design. Callie didn't like it either. I like the cat girl character design. I think it's adorable.
I haven't played Icon yet. Ellen is so fuckable, it's ridiculous.
I like
her
Ellen.
Her playstyle's pretty cool. Not as cool as Grace. I really want Rena, but yeah, for every really weird character this game has, they kind of make up for it by having some of the coolest characters I've ever seen in a gacha game that I really fucking enjoy. And yeah, they really took the titty sliders and slided them to the fucking max. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm a fucking huge tit lover. And there's a lot of huge fucking boobs, and they're rigged so well. They're fucking.
Well, he's right about that.
Awesome.
A+ on that.
Character progression feels pretty fucking slow. I'm not gonna lie. Just hit.
Yeah, I need to pull Grace.
20. That's probably important to say. I am completely free to play in this game. I'm level 22.
She looks
fun
to play
too. The reason why I'm lower than other content creators is because I'm actually not skipping the story, and I'm listening to every single voice dialogue in the entire game, and I'm actually attempting to enjoy it, which I'll get to that later. But yeah, progression's pretty fucking slow when it comes to characters.
I took a day off yesterday, so I'm a little
We'll
bit behind as well.
Might be a great Doom area at level 30, but I'll find that out when I'm level 30. Let's keep going.
First day off I've taken a while, so I needed it for the holiday.
This was advertised by a couple of dev interviews as a combat-focused game. No, it's not. It's simply not that. It's just simply not that.
I said the same thing. Combat's not
hours, well over 13 hours.
Overwhelming.
It's pretty much 90% TV story and then 10% combat. I don't know why the fuck they decided to advertise it that way.
Combat, it's definitely not combat focused, and the combat's not as good as I thought it would be. Like for what's supposed to be a combat focused game, it's not near as great as I thought it would be. You know, like it's fun. But it's not Wuthering Waves combat, which Kuro is known for great combat. So it's probably not a fair comparison. Comparing it to Genshin, it's a little closer. It's still too early. I haven't played enough characters and got the feel for all the characters to have a valid opinion myself on the combat completely. But so far, it's not my favorite combat. Like I said, it feels too clicky for me. And too simple. Like it's a little too simple. It's more simple than Genshin, if you ask me, because you're just clicking, hitting space, hitting E, and it's just constant button jamming. You know, like it don't feel crisp and clean. Like Wuthering Waves, you gotta time the dodges, you gotta time everything. And yeah, there's the perfect assist and there's the dodge counters, but it don't have the same crisp feel. When you do it perfectly in Wuthering Waves, it feels good. You know, you're like, oh my god. Perfect. Oh, the way it feels when you get those perfect dodges. On this, it don't feel perfect. Like it don't give you that feeling. You know, I don't know. It's hard to describe. And maybe, like I said, maybe I haven't found the right characters to play. I can't form a valid opinion on the combat yet. But so far, that's my opinion on it. I can't back it up any more than that. Sorry if anyone watches this and disagrees. You can let me know in the comments.
It wasn't going to be a combat-focused gameplay. I don't know why the fuck they said that, but it is what it is. Yeah, it is once again another story-focused game, much like HoYoverse is known for doing. Now, how fun is the combat once you get in? My opinion has changed drastically since I started, which is the reason why I wanted to make this video. The animations are incredible.
Yeah, animations are
fucking
amazing.
That this game has worse animations than any other gacha. They're simply just wrong. I think the animations and the voice lines for the characters are very good.
Absolutely.
Especially Ellen's big ultimate. I like the impact frames.
Absolutely, I agree.
It's very cool. But yeah, I feel like the animations are incredible. The fluidity of combat is amazing. The difficulty is non-existent. It is fucking non-existent currently. 24 hours in, I have not made it to the endgame mode. The difficulty is fucking non-existent. A lot of the difficulty is for making enemies have a lot more HP, when in reality they should increase the frequency of attacks as well as the damage of the attacks that they do.
Agreed. It's been really good. That old guy walking around the screen just caught me off guard.
It'll also give players more frequency of parry, which I think will make combat just feel better overall in general. So yeah, the
combat don't fit. Like I said, it just don't feel as good when you get those perfect assists and perfect counters right now.
Just make the mobs attack faster and hit harder, and make parries feel even better. Okay, yeah, the difficulty is non-existent. The parries and dodge feel incredible. I think the parry system in this game is one of my favorites ever. I actually prefer it over Wuthering Waves due to the sound design being so fucking orgasmic.
Not for me, man. Not for me. It don't feel this. That's where I disagree. I don't think it feels this. I don't think it feels as good.
It is fucking nuts. However, I do think that the parries in this game are much easier. Whereas the parries in Wuthering Waves, you really have to fucking earn.
When he's talking about parries, is he talking about perfect dodges and perfect assists, and perfect counters, and perfect dodges, and perfect...
As long as I know that's what I'm getting myself in for. And I am trying to increase the difficulty in this game by playing completely free-to-play. Yeah, the hit rewards are absolutely fantastic. Endgame, I'm not going to weigh in on. I'll most likely weigh in on that 1 week in once I've beaten everything in the entire game and I have a more complete review. I don't want to go in half-baked, and I don't want to give my opinion on that yet. Pulling. For the rates, it is the exact same as Honkai Star Rail. I feel like it's fine. It's a typical HoYo. I feel like they could have done better.
Because the parry system feels off to me. Like, maybe it's just me saying this. We'll touch on that in a minute. But
a chance to lose
the parry system and perfect dodges and everything, perfect assists, the counter dodges, all that just... I don't see how you can say it feels better than Wuthering Waves, because I just don't think it does. I just don't think it does.
Like Wuthering Waves, but it is what it is. HoYo will be greedy. Fuck it. Fuck them, is what it is. The amount of currency that we get, I feel like I've been spoiled by WuWa, because WuWa gave so many fucking resources, and you'll say, oh, well, they had to do that. Okay, well, the reality is...
They did not have to do that.
They still fucking did it. Okay, they still fucking did it, and that's the fucking truth. I feel like I have no fucking polls in this game. It's ridiculous. But once again, maybe that'll speed up more. I'm only about 13 hours into the game so far. Bangboos. Okay, Bangboos. These little dumb fucks. These are the best part of the game. I love them. I'm in love with these. I prefer the Bangboos over Echoes. I'm a guy that always loves cute things. And these Bangboos are fucking adorable. When I see them driving a forklift when they're very clearly not certified or operating a fucking machine gun, I think it's fucking hilarious. Like, they're fat, dumb rats. Okay? They're the Japanese people's takes.
See, dude, I don't know. This is one game where I've been having a lot of disagreements so far with what he's saying. I think the ecosystem is so fun. Like I said, I'm only inner level 19. I took the day off yesterday, so I'm a little bit behind. I'm not as high level as I am on Wuthering Waves. I've kept up with all the top creators on Wuthering Waves. I've kept up. I've been playing Genshin since launch. Honkai, like I said, I've only played for 4 months, and I've agreed with most stuff Tectone has to say. But when it comes to this game, I think so far I like the ecosystem better. Like I said, I haven't played long enough to have a truly valid opinion. I think there is some validity behind what I'm saying because it's just my opinion on it, you know. And I've gave reasons, but like the ecosystem just feels so good to me. Like it's a constant, you can constantly grind echoes, while with Bangboos, they're just, I don't know. It's just not a constant like grind for them. You have to do the free to play stuff.
I love how fucking stupid
you have to still pull for them.
Genuinely autistic. It's so fucking funny. I love it. I love how much they use them. I love how much they lean on them. I love how they use them, the UI UX of the TV mode. Oh Jesus, yeah. Super fucking fun. Which leads me into the great debacle. Oh, let's talk about the TVs. Have the TVs been fixed? The answer is, honestly, if they are, I have not fucking noticed. These TVs are fucking miserable. Now, I will say, not entirely. I think the TVs are miserable in the story mode. However, for the endgame mode right now, I think they...
And see, I don't think the TVs are that bad. I know everyone disagrees with that. They hate the TVs, but I don't think they're that bad. I just don't.
Where I myself am currently enjoying the TVs for the endgame mode. However, that is the only time I'm enjoying the TVs. I think they can utilize them better for content that's a little bit more serious in order to unlock more.
They're not perfect, but they're not great either.
But for right now, the way they use
them, they're not great, but they're not. They're not perfect, but they're not bad.
I don't want to get chased by a big fucking TV. Take them fucking out, but keep
yeah.
them for
So
the
you can see everyone's disagreeing with me up here, but I mean it is what it is.
Fine. Please God, please.
I don't think it's that bad.
Please God, lower the amount of TVs in story and only use them to help fluidity and complexity of play in endgame modes. We don't need them anywhere else. The story, the voice acting is impeccable. I love it. The voice acting is fucking impeccable. The cutscenes are fucking incredible.
True.
The
I agree with all that.
Where she fights the giant demon was beautiful. I am blown away at every single cutscene we get into this game. So much so that I'm willing to listen to the Yap Fest. We'll get into that later. I truly feel that this is the most polished HoYo game in terms of facial animations, in the way of telling their story, in the way of showing their cutscenes. I feel like it's second to none. It's very close to Wuthering Waves. 1.1 knocked it out of the park with Jue. That was incredible. But the things that we're seeing in these stories, the facial expressions that we're seeing, the emotions we're seeing from the characters, I fucking
the fluidity
love.
of the animations. It does. It's beautiful.
How beautiful everything is in this game. And good lord, the NPCs are so fuckable. It's ridiculous. We have some of the baddest bitches in all of fucking gaming that are just random fucking NPCs. Like, they're just so fucking hot. Like, dude. Like, look at this bitch's ass. It's ridiculous. Look at her boobs. Look at these fucking two NPCs. Like, good
He's
God.
not wrong.
Holy shit, it reminds me of Monster Hunter Rise. Like, Jesus Christ. They look so good, it's insane. You might be wondering, okay, is this guy a fucking Coomer? Yes, but also you have to understand, sex appeal in gacha games are fucking huge. And this game has it 1,000,000%.
That's what sells them.
Right? It actually is very important. There's a reason why every female always outsells males. Show me a male banner that tops a chart in a gacha game. I promise you, it'll be pretty fucking difficult.
It's non-existent almost.
These people want sex appeal, and this game fucking has it. Story, from a narrative perspective, for what they're telling, is really fucking boring. Really fucking boring. It's very slice of lifey, which I don't fuck with, but it is comforting. It's very
I like
predictable,
slice of life.
and
so
the amount of
there's another disagreement. I love slice of life
jargon that they
animes.
use when talking is just like, holy fuck, shoot me. We don't fucking care. Stop using these dork elite speak terms. Nobody
Fruit
gets what the
basket,
fuck you're saying.
yeah, all that stuff.
Okay,
I love it.
they're hackers. We get it. Like, these dudes tell us that we're hackers more than EO tells us that he's played a fighting game. Nobody fucking cares. Yes, this game should very well be changed from ZZZ to YYY because holy yap, this shit is fucking nuts. However, I am seeing a glimmer for some of the quests because Miyabi's squad was very fun to listen to. I really enjoyed talking to them. I also enjoyed Nicole every single time she speaks. But man, when you're stuck with a bad
We know why you
character,
enjoy
it's like
Nicole.
ripping the skin off your fucking face.
Come on
But
now.
yeah, it's very comforting. It's very sugoi. It's very wholesome. And I'll be real, as a straight white male, I still enjoyed the cutscene you see after Act 1, where the brother and sister are just walking through the town being cute, not couple, being cute siblings with each other. It was really nice. I actually liked it quite a bit, even as a fucking 30-year-old man. Yeah, the story is wholesome.
For someone who likes cute stuff, Tectone, how can you not like slice of life? I love slice of life.
Man, is it boring sometimes. However, I'm taking comfort in that because I'm just not fucking paying attention when they talk. And I just listen to them, and I'm happy, I'm content, and I browse my phone while I'm on stream, and I look at chat, type frog, a boba, or fucking Egony. I don't fucking know whatever the fuck they want to use. The music.
Because I love
The
cute,
music
feminine
is
stuff
the
too.
best music for a release of a gacha game of all time. The vibes are fantastic. Every single song fits exactly where
Yeah,
it
the
needs to
soundtrack's fucking incredible. I love it.
go. It is incredible. The music is fantastic. I will never underestimate that. Combat music, great. Overworld music, great. Pulling music, great. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the rap, but it is what it is. It's just really good music, and I
Agreed.
fucking love it. There might be an exception of some obscure game, but I'm talking about the big four, which is Honkai, Genshin, WuWa, Zenless Zone Zero. It has the best music, and I fuck with that heavily. I love it. Their use of bass is great. Their use of guitar is fucking great. Yeah, it's just really fucking good. It's really fucking good. The UI UX. I saw a guy called Genocide say that this UI is bad. Genocide, you are a fucking idiot. The UI for this game is fucking great. Really good. These are all the options that you're going to use more frequently.
I like the UI. The UI gives the exact vibe that they were aiming for. The hacker 2000. It gives me early 2000 hacker vibes. Like I said, I'm here for
You're
it.
going to use too frequently. You're not going to need to use the log out immediately unless you really hate the game. You're only going to use it once. You're not going to need to use any of these things too frequently, so it makes sense they're on a separate menu. The UI is my favorite UI in any gacha I've ever seen. If you don't like it, it's because you haven't gotten used to it yet. Give it a couple hours. I felt the exact same way with Persona 5 Royale, and that has multiple critical acclaim, multiple awards for how good it truly is. I fucking love the UI in this game. I truly do. I think it's awesome. I think it's very clean. I think it's very enjoyable, and I think it's pushing the boundaries for what can we expect. I'll be real, guys. I think the UI for Wuthering Waves is fucking terrible. I feel like it would look like it was made by a 6th grader for a fucking computer lab assignment. It's awful. This UI is beautiful. The text is beautiful. I love everything about
They nailed it.
UX. Now, I believe I've gone through every single aspect of this game people have been asking me about. Do you guys have any other questions for what I feel about anything? Did I not answer everything? I believe I've answered everything. The next two things I'm going to say are ranking it compared to the other
The UI, people are saying you're glazed if you like WuWa's better, and I agree that it has a better UI. Zenless Zone Zero has a better UI, but I also like Wuthering Waves' UI just because it's simplistic and it's minimal, so I don't have a problem with
that I
it.
play, and a final rating out of 10. Game size, sure, it should have been lower. It's about 51 gigs. I don't know where the fuck they're using all that, but it is what it is. Maybe on animating people's boobs. Hopes for the future, I'll get into that after. Character feat, okay, great. I've answered absolutely everything I need to answer. I'm going to rank every single gacha, and here's how it goes. Okay, my number one gacha right now. Okay, my number one is Wuthering Waves. I fucking love that game. It's very good. It's not the best in everything, but it's the most consistent in everything.
Yep.
And for me, what I want, I fucking love
I agree, 100%.
My second, and it's very close, is Honkai Star Rail. The turn-based RPG aspects
Same.
are really growing boring for me. The needing of the new characters is a little bit tiresome, and the new game modes I'm not really a fan of. However, the story is so
I
fucking
agree. And then Zenless Zone Zero, then Genshin.
good.
I
I'll never
100%
play that fucking
agree. Wuthering Waves, Honkai, Zenless, Genshin. Now, will this change? I haven't finished the story yet. Zenless Zone Zero may topple that for me. I haven't made it. I haven't made it to Internet 20 yet. Like I said, I'm still early. I took a day off yesterday, but I'll be caught up by tomorrow, and then I'll have more opinions on this. I'll post more videos after I finish the story. But so far, that's my ranking as well. I agree with him,
Right.
and
Wuthering Waves,
I've gave you pretty much all the reasons
then
why.
Honkai Star Rail. Third place for me is Zenless Zone Zero. Okay? Now, it's not that close, but it is my third favorite gacha game right now. Okay? For what it is, I see a promising future, and I do think that this game can continue to get better, and I think that we'll be very satisfied with the updates that we get, because it should be much easier to give us more, considering that we don't have to make an overworld. I am enjoying Zenless Zone Zero very much for what it is.
I'll give you
Okay?
more in-depth
My fourth
opinions
is
on it whenever
Genshin.
I get
I don't think that
caught
game
up on
is
everything.
better than any of the other gacha games at anything. I think that game is mid-incarnate. And yeah, I'm hoping to God Natlin changes that, because right now I feel like Genshin is a fucking joke. And I think the only reason why people like it is due to COVID and time sunk and money sunk fallacy. I genuinely believe that. I feel like Genshin is fucking trash compared to all the other three. I'm not going to go into any other off-brand anime gacha games like
Just sticking to the big
or
four.
Archetypes. Doesn't matter, doesn't need to be said. I'm talking about the big four right now. My rating for Zenless Zone Zero right now, overall as a game,
7.
is a very solid 6.5 out of 10. I'm
Yep,
hoping
7.
that increases. I'm hoping to get a 7 to a 7.5. But right now, I give it about a 6.5. Yeah. What for me is really carrying this
7.
game is how beautiful it looks. I can't tell you how happy it makes me. I feel like it just looks
It's a vibe.
so
It's a fucking early
makes me- it
2000s
just makes me
hacker
happy
vibe for
being
sure,
in
and
the
I
game,
love
I'll
it.
be
That's
real.
like
It's
my
incredibly
favorite,
aesthetically
and I
pleasing.
love.
give it about a 6.5.
I'm a big. If you watch my tier list video, I do outfit tier list videos. I'll be doing one for Genshin and Wuthering soon, but I've already done Honkai and I've done Honkai and Wuthering. I'll be doing one for Genshin and Zenless soon. Like if you know that I'm a fan of the skirts and sneakers with thigh-high socks, one thigh-high sock or one thigh-high stocking, you know, like whatever. It can be 2 stockings, 2 thighs, whatever. But I'm a huge fan of that with sneakers or boots over heels. And like every character on here has had that vibe, or short shorts with sneakers or high top boots. So they've nailed every aspect of character design that I love.
Honkai
So I'm
Star
anxious
right
to
now
do
is about an 8,
I'm anxious to do the outfit tier list for this game.
and Wuthering Waves.
But yeah, he's
is
right.
about
It's a
8.5.
fucking beautiful game so far. All the characters
Yeah,
are
those are
beautifully
my current
made.
thoughts on
Everything.
Zenless Zone
The art
Zero.
style's incredible.
I think this game will continue to do well. I don't think it's going to do as well as any of the other games. I do think it'll be the worst performing of the 4 categories, but I really don't care, because if the game's fun, I'm going to play it. This game had about a 70% as successful launch as Wuthering Waves. Very proud of Kuro Games. Good for them. We'll see how it pans out. We'll see how it continues to grow and develop. Do I plan on quitting? No, absolutely not. I'm going to beat absolutely everything, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on how I feel about the game. And I really appreciate all the support on Twitch and YouTube. At current time of recording, I am the #1 most viewed Zenless Zone Zero content creator in the entire planet, and I don't take that for granted. I really appreciate the support on my Twitch. Thank you guys so much. The chat's been fucking...
And I couldn't have said it any better. Anyone that's here in my Twitch, thank you very much for your support. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
And just thank you guys for everything. Not going anywhere. If you have